Howdy folks, welcome back to Out of Ore. It's been a hot minute. We're here on Season 5. This is your first time running across the channel. There are 4 previous seasons in the playlist if you want to go check those out, doing various things. Now the difference here with Season 5 is I am starting with some money that we earned in Season 4. I transferred that to the company and started out here in the frozen north on the Arctic map with $4 million. And I've bought some equipment, as you can see here. I do have one of the, what do they call these? The something, it's not drag line. What's the word I'm looking for here? Cable. It's a cable excavator. So I think this is the only one we can get until we get up to level 52. Start getting some of the bigger ones unlocked. We are measly level 37. So unlike last season where I started kind of with nothing, we're going to start with money, and I'm going to be spending money as well. A little bit different flavor. We're taking those earnings we made in Season 4, and we're going to try to make a go at it here in the north. Now I did a little bit of driving around. I did some prospecting. You can see I've got the drill head here on the excavator, and that will tell us what's underneath. And I found a little bit of coal here, so I plopped that down. I've been kind of prospecting around. There's not much here. It looks like it's pretty small. So I have to kind of zoom in so I can see on here. But if I drill down, you see we get down to about 29. 29,029. We'll just say 29,029. And the level here is 29,141. So we got to go down, but it's about 100 meters down, if that's in meters. I assume it is. So it's deep. I wanted to do like a coal-powered power plant here, but that's really deep. I'm going to do some prospecting, I think, by hand. Just see if it is indeed that deep, because that's a long ways to dig down. We'll go ahead and, wrong key. I gotta get used to this game again. So there is coal down here somewhere. Just zoomed in a little bit on my character. You discovered carbon. That's right below the surface. You suppose that's like millimeters or something? So that said we had to go down 100. Thinking maybe that's in millimeters or something. That's not right. Okay, well, we don't have to go very deep, so that's good. Let's drop a couple holes here, because it looked like the coal deposit wasn't very big. So yeah, I don't see any here. Well, that's good news. It's not 100 meters deep. Yeah, see, there's none here. Let's go ahead and pick up that guy. There's some new features here in the 0. I think it's 0.31. Yeah, we definitely got coal there. That's just dirt. So it looks like it is kind of concentrated in this area. So I could put the bucket on the excavator and start getting some of that in. But I want to kind of level out a spot and, you know, get something going here with the build. So let's hop in the dozer real quick. Let's get it warmed up. Look at that, it started right up. Everything's new, so there's no worn out parts or anything. Let's see, I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to just kind of cheat and put that back in my inventory. So we know the coal is kind of concentrated around here. Yeah, it may just be kind of right in here. Oops. Classic. Stuck in a hole. Go back up. And I actually haven't looked to see... here it is, periodic table. So there's a skill tree. Okay, cool. Increase running speed. Fun. If we go back to the periodic table, you can discover elements on here, and that's how you get the skill points. So that's kind of cool. Anywho, let's see if we can get some of this leveled out and get a little bit of a pad of operations going. Because I'm going to want a hopper to start putting the coal in. We're going to need some kind of sorting so we can get the coal into the power plant. And then there's pay dirt everywhere. So the idea is we'll eventually start running pay dirt to make money. The coal is just to get some power going. That's the idea. So I wonder if I can start kind of pushing here, but I probably want to get that excavator out of the way. Kind of make a platform here to start building stuff on. Nope. Getting used to the controls again. So I put chains on all the wheeled vehicles. Then I've got the wider tracks. Go ahead and shut you off. Got the wider tracks on the excavator. Didn't do that with the bulldozer. I guess I could have. Can we change those out? Yeah, it's got dozer track mediums on it. Dozer track large. ×2, please. And if you didn't know, you can switch this out. I've been putting the other wheels in the inventory, so we have them available. There we go. Now we got the wide tracks. I would assume that the vehicle inventory stays. It does. So there's the regular medium tracks. I put large tracks on it. And it's the same way with the paint. You can buy paint. I changed these over to Fedora Mining Orange. Alright, let's start pushing a little bit of this topsoil dirt. Get it headed downhill if we can. I'm not a huge fan of the dozers, but we're gonna try to use them. Get kind of a pad built here that we can work off of. Yeah, it went and got all goofy on me. Oh boy, it really bit on that time. Get spun around so I can see what I'm doing. Yeah, it's just floating again. A bit of lag. Don't usually get lag. Or if they did something with the dirt physics. Dozer's not doing a terrible job. I can see some coal exposed there now, so that's cool. See if we can fix that voxel right there. I don't remember if this has tilt on it. I'm not really set up to tilt the blade with the controls. So we'll kind of work with what we have. A little deep there, but we'll see if we can come over this way and smooth it a bit. Well, that's something. Not really level, but that's okay. Alright, let's push some of these humps off the end here. Try to get it smoothed out a little more. Then we'll get a little bit of a production chain set up. Start running some material, get some coal maybe. Now probably we'll use just hand mining to get bootstrapped, get a little bit of coal in the power. Almost need a roller, but I don't have a roller. Alright, I'm gonna get the dozer backed out of the way. And we got coal right in there. So let's see if we can get the bucket on this guy. So if I go to inventory and put that in there. List. I wish you could just dump it out on the ground, but we have to have the magic helicopter bring it in. Thanks, Amazon. Of course, that's backwards, isn't it? That figures. So if I do it from this direction, it will be the other way. Let's hope so. Yeah, there we go. Oh, you bastard. Falls over. I think they changed the way you connect these up, so let's see if we can get this figured out. Let's come over here. This operates backwards the way my brain works. It has this attachment, and then I thought, is it in here? Yeah, there's controls. I don't remember what the control is now. Thought maybe it was in the inventory screen, but I don't see it. Alright, let's go to controls. Controls, excavator. There is a tool. There was like a tool something attached. Curl in, bucket open, track forward, tilt. I'm not seeing it. Ah, attached tools. Q. Ha, there we go. I knew they had changed this and I couldn't remember what they had done. So you just bring up the Q menu. And then do that. I think we're probably not close enough. Does it have to be like somewhat lined up? Is this thing being upside down a problem? Guessing it is. See if we can flip it over, maybe. Hey, there we go. Attach. Very nice. There we go. Now we got our excavator ready to go. It's going to go ahead into low hydrostatic. So I kind of want to get down here where the pole is, and we get an idea of where we need our hopper. And apparently I cannot drive over this in low. Low is not only low speed, it's also very weak. Okay, so something like this maybe. Okay, let's get these down out of the way. And then we're going to want to get a hopper somewhere over in here. And I want to go ahead and go to grid. Do I want to do grid? Probably not. I don't want to be up this high though, but let's do that. And then that, and then that'll get us down in the ground where I want to be. Then we can do snap build off of that, hopefully. No. Get a little more of the face exposed. Yeah, man. There you go. A little fine tuning with the old pickaxe. Okay, and then we're going to want a factory production. Rid of our search term. It's in conveyors, isn't it? I want the hopper. So we're going to want one of those. We're going to need at least a 1 power in. I think that's under power. Naturally. We are going to want a coal plant. I think we'll probably just need the small one, but we'll wait just a bit. Power input 1. Yes, please. Coal plant. And then we want a... This is a coal screen. Yeah, that gets just the coal. So we want one of those. We'll have the coal go into storage, and we'll have the other stuff go into storage. So we're going to want the big hopper, and we're going to want it rotated. Oh, it goes the other direction. Oh, did they change it so it actually maintains its orientation? That would be amazing. Is that going to be too high? Change this up just a bit. Okay, then we want it facing that direction. Come on. There we go. Alright, and then our power input's going to be here. That'll work. Really? Come on, game. Throw me a bone. There we go. Then we'll have our coal power plant over here. A bit. At least I don't have the weeds to deal with on this map. It's one of the main reasons I wanted to play on here. I'm tired of those stupid plants. Alright, how much of a footprint does this thing have? Like a 2x3 basically. Alrighty. Something like that. Where's the power thingy? Power thingy is right there. Alright, cool. That's just fine. That'll work. Two in there. I can clean that up later. We do need some wire. We need some fuel. Just forgot how this works. It does use fuel even if it's not doing anything. Alright, so we have our basic power. And then we're going to need to get this dug out. So we're going to want a right-hand turn. Get some of this cleaned up and I'll be back. Oh, this might go horribly wrong, but I'm going to try to use the dozer to clean some of this up. It's not exactly a precision tool. I need to move a bunch of material though. Build this plant out how I want. This was kind of my guidepost here. So I know we need to go out to around there-ish. Something like that. Let's see how we get along now. So I kind of like using these wood blocks under the conveyors. Not that you need to, I think it looks nicer. We're going to come out to... Probably want it a little lower. And that's going to be our right-hand turn. So, we need to do a right-hand turn, and then we need to go up, and then we need a straight, then we need our coal screen. Goes on there, and then we have our left hand, so the coal will come out. Then we need some storage here. One of the reasons I like building on the grid is you can just build anywhere. If you don't build on the grid and you want to have this under stuff, then you need to do what I'm doing here. Kind of finagle it. So you come out like this, and then you can just remove the ones you don't actually want, but that way they're all lined up. Nice and neat. So we can get rid of those. Probably even get rid of that one. Nope, that's not what I wanted to do. Almost what I wanted to do. Need that snapped on there. And then we need a storage. I think that's under here. Yeah. So let's grab a storage. I think for now, do I want to sell the dirt automatically? For now, let's do 2 storages, and we'll kind of see what we get coming out the other end. I don't think we're going to have any like precious metals or anything. But we'll take a look at what we get coming out. So we'll drop you and you. And then this will be our coal over here. And you can absolutely just place the stuff in the dirt. It's not going to hurt anything. I just don't like the way it looks. So let's take that off, and then we can do... Yeah, man. Yep, he's a little bit more exposed. Do that. Then we'll slap that back on there. And then we should be ready to run some material through here and hopefully get some coal. Yeah, we have to turn this on first. So I'm going to get some material in here with the scoopavator. And you can see we just need 353 kilowatts, so we're good there on the grid load for now. Okay, somewhere around here we had some coal, and I have to remember how to use this thing. I am very rusty with the excavator, so bear with me. I usually use the wheel loader. I thought I'd try something a little different. We're going to use this little tiny excavator for a change. Is there any coal there? I might have to go over further this way. Don't have any muscle memory for operating this machine. And I do have twin joysticks. I don't have them hooked up or configured. Might end up doing that in the video. I'm going to do much excavator work. Alright, let's get back over here. I know there's coal right there. I can see it. Try to get a little bit of coal in here so we can actually power this monstrosity. Might end up buying a wheel loader. We'll give the excavator a try. Oh, we got some coal in that scoop. So if we do return, yeah, we got some coal in there. Nice. Okay, let's start this thing up. So we need to turn our coal plant on and turn that on. Should start sending material through. Yeah, we got some coal right there. Nice. Ooh, just missed it. And we'll eventually run out of power. Nope, nope. Like I said, I have no muscle memory for this, so I'm just flailing around. Seems like my mouse sensitivity got reset too. It's pretty rough. Alright, let's see if we're getting some coal. Yay, we're getting some coal. Look at that. Ooh, that filled it right up. And then we can run like power wires over to wherever we're going to be doing the rest of our material gathering. Yeah, we got a nice pocket of coal right there. I like this for the prospecting, but I'm thinking I'm probably want to invest in a wheel loader. This will at least get us started. Such a small bucket, it's pretty inefficient. I was going to bonk into that. Yeah, slow and painful wins the race. You'll see what we're getting out the other end on this thing. I assume it's just dirt. I don't think we're deep enough to get anything else. Yeah, just dirt. A little bit of coal. Of course, we could just hook this up direct. And I may end up doing that. But for now, this works. This will get us bootstrapped. So let's go ahead and turn that off. We have quite a bit of fuel. And I know we're going to have to go kind of deep to get to pay dirt. So I may want to get a wheel loader just to get a face started. Then once we're into the pay dirt, the plan is to use this guy just to scoop off and put into a dumper. I don't know if we'll do a truck. I'm not sure. I'm not sure yet what all we're going to do. But this is a pretty good start. I think I'll call this episode here. And we'll continue the big dig here in the frozen north in the next episode. Thanks as always for watching. And I'll catch you in the next adventure. Look at the camera. Take care.